11 Silent Power Law. For men who had enough. When words fail, silence strikes harder, a guide for the broken, the betrayed, and the ones still standing. In a world that celebrates noise, the silent man is the most dangerous. He doesn't argue, he doesn't beg, he doesn't fight for attention. He moves, and the world reacts. Every betrayal, heartbreak, and dismissal builds an invisible arsenal inside him. It isn't meant for show, it is meant to forge power, resilience, and a presence that can't be ignored. These 11 silent power laws are weapons, shields, and guides. They are proof that a man doesn't need to shout to dominate. He needs to be unshakable. Follow @ItsAgentHunt for cinematic daily lessons in silent power. Law 1. Silence is the sharpest sword. The louder they shout, the clearer his silence cuts. Lesson: most men waste strength defending, explaining, or arguing. The silent man lets the world drown in its own noise. Silence is strategy. It unsettles enemies, exposes liars, and breaks egos without lifting a finger. Application: when you are mocked, doubted, or betrayed, you shouldn't react. Silence forces others to confront their own actions. Presence alone becomes undeniable. Law 2. Mastery of self trumps all. He conquers no one outside who hasn't been conquered within. Lesson: society demands obedience and performance. The man who masters himself, emotions, thoughts, and impulses moves freely, untouchable by judgment. Self-control turns chaos into clarity. Application: every decision becomes deliberate, every action precise. You don't rage, you recalibrate. Strength starts from the mind, not the fists. Law 3. Revenge is built, not spoken. The best revenge against societal stress is achieving the greatness they never expected. Lesson: vengeance is a tool of fools when delivered in words. True retaliation is silent through unstoppable growth and undeniable success. Every achievement is a strike that leaves detractors speechless. Application: every insult, every doubt becomes fuel. You build silently, each day stronger. Society's judgment collapses under the weight of results. Law 4. Observe more, speak less. He sees all, says little, and wins quietly. Lesson: talkers often reveal weakness. The silent observer learns patterns, detects threats, and anticipates moves. Knowledge and timing are more lethal than loud words. Application: you gather information, absorb the environment, and act when it counts. Words are reserved for final impact. Law 5. Resilience is the true armor. He bends, he endures, and he breaks none of his own rules. Lesson: life's blows are inevitable. Strength is measured in recovery, persistence, and the ability to continue when all seems lost. Resilience converts pain into power. Application: setbacks are reframed as lessons. Every challenge strengthens your silent resolve. The world learns not to test you lightly. Law 6. The world is observed, not controlled. He influences without force, commands without speaking. Lesson: attempts to control others are futile. True dominance comes from presence, action, and reputation. Influence flows naturally from mastery and silent authority. Application: you must focus on actions, integrity, and outcomes. Others follow, consciously or not. Power is recognized, not declared. Law 7. Legacy is built in shadows. What you build quietly today echoes louder tomorrow. Lesson: achievements without boasting last longer. The man who labors in shadows outlives the loud and ephemeral. His work becomes immortal through patience and consistency. Application: You prioritize enduring impact over temporary praise. Each day contributes to a life that speaks even when you are gone. Law 8. Emotion is energy, not weakness. You channel your fire, never your fury. Lesson. Emotion is raw fuel, uncontrolled. It destroys. Harnessed, it becomes power. Calm focus channels energy into results, not chaos. Application. Every frustration is converted into strategy. Anger is a tool, not a burden. Your reactions are measured, precise, and unavoidable. Law 9. Actions rewrite doubts. Every move you make erases disbelief. Lesson. Words are fleeting, actions are permanent. Each step forward leaves skeptics questioning themselves. Proof doesn't need a voice. Application. You don't argue with critics. You demonstrate strength, success, and discipline. Silence becomes a louder language than any debate. Law 10. Respect is earned in quiet. You don't demand respect. You command it by existence alone. Lesson. Entitlement diminishes power. True respect arrives when your life reflects mastery, resilience, and unwavering integrity. Others cannot ignore it. Application. You lead by example, live by principle, and let the world adjust to your presence. Respect comes naturally to the unshakable. Law 11. The silent man is free. You owe no explanations. You seek no permission. Lesson. Freedom comes from detachment, from noise. From judgment, from approval. The silent man moves unhindered, untethered by the world's opinions. Every action is deliberate, every decision your own. Application. You walk alone when needed. Speaks only when necessary, and live as you choose. The ultimate power is independence. These 11 silent power laws are the blueprint. They are not to be read once. They are to be lived, practiced, and embodied. Follow at ItsAgentHunt for cinematic lessons, daily reels, and deeper dives into masculine mastery. Carry these laws as armor. Live them as weaponry. Become the silent force the world cannot ignore.